This week's episode is going to be a 2-for-1, meaning I'm going to provide an X fulfillment update while also speaking to all of my founders and managers out there. So I'm on the plane coming back from Berlin last week, and I'm watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. And there's an episode where the main character, Larry David, is at a restaurant and his food's taking forever. It hasn't come out. It's 20 minutes late. And the restaurant manager comes out in his suit and tie, looking sharp, and he says, gentlemen, I just need you to know that there's been a disturbance in the kitchen, and we've resolved it, and your food should be coming out shortly, and you'll have a delicious meal. And Larry, being Larry, says, well, what was the disturbance? Give us more detail. And the guy kind of becomes circular. He says, well, there was an issue and these things can happen and it was a disturbance and we've taken care of it. And of course, the show is a comedy. It's kind of funny to watch this play out between Larry and the restaurant manager. But I couldn't help but think it was a prescient moment for where we're at right now with fulfilling the Model X device. And I'm getting emailed and asked daily, all of us are on the terminal team, where's my X, what's happening? And we're trying to be everything that the restaurant manager is not, right? We're trying to give you very specific nitty-gritty details. Here's where things are in the supply chain. Here's which device, colors, shapes, sizes we're shipping to who. Here's our order tracker. For some of you, all of that is not enough, however. And so I just want to add even more verbosity in this week's episode, and again, have this double as an X fulfillment upgrade by taking a little field trip to my kitchen, because we have also received some concern by customers who have received their X about the strength of the magnet in their device and how well or how not well it may adhere to a surface such as their refrigerator. So I'm going to show you a few different surfaces at my home to explore and explain what may be happening with your Model X so that we're all on the same page. Here I have a test Terminal X device. This is the maximum weight device. It has 2 batteries in it, and I'm going to put it on my flat refrigerator, and it works great. You'll see there's a bit of an angle. I can just change that, and it's not gonna fall off, and it's holding really well. And this works on both sides of my refrigerator. I can force an angle if I'd like, or I can hold it flat. I can, with a lot of pressure, push it down, and we're good to go. Now let's show another surface. This is another refrigerator, but it's curved and it has some paint on the exterior. It works, but it's a little less sturdy, and it shouldn't fall off, but it's not ideal because, again, it is a convex shape. And I can put this on different places, and as you can see, it's just not perfect unless I find a nice flat surface. Meanwhile, here is a freezer, and this is not magnetic at all, even though it is a nice flat surface. Doesn't hold at all. But you may be wondering, what about my magnets? Here's a basic kitchen magnet. It's actually pretty large. Works great. Doesn't fall off, doesn't slide unless I give it a lot of a push. Works great on this freezer. Meanwhile, here's a slightly heavier, actually much heavier magnet, which is a timer, and it kind of works, but a little bit of pressure and it does slide down. So as you can see, not all surfaces are magnetic, and the shape and material and outer materials like paint on those surfaces also play a role. And upon further investigation, it turns out a lot of refrigerators are not particularly magnetic. And I looked into whether this is even information that gets published on the sales sites of these products, and it doesn't seem to be commonly included. And I speculate that's because even a quote-unquote non-magnetic refrigerator can still likely hold simple fridge magnets or pieces of paper in between magnets for everyday use. But for holding a device like the Terminal, which weighs more than a pound, it's just not quite there yet with all refrigerators. So hopefully this clears things up. And I wanted to bring back that anecdote from the show Curb Your Enthusiasm, because I think it's very important that we don't try to sound too smart when we explain why something may or may not work for your setup. The bottom line is, if your fridge isn't magnetic, the terminal, regardless of which kind of magnet we put inside, it's not going to respond, and it's not going to have that level of pull force. So hopefully we don't get accused of sounding like the restaurant manager telling you that the disturbance has been taken care of. This is exactly what's going on with the magnets. We are still waiting on a second order of magnets to arrive from another supplier. Those were ordered early mid-March prior to our last fulfillment update video. And they've just been getting stuck within government authorities because of the rare earth metal bans. So that's all the information we have right now. Each day we do get updates from our suppliers. We've already begun seeking out additional suppliers in additional countries so that we have kind of a backup plan to the backup plan. We've also begun this week offering to ship out Terminal X's with weaker magnets if putting it on your refrigerator is not something you plan to do. So if you're just going to have your terminal on a counter or mounted on the wall with the included wall mount or some other mechanism, we're happy to ship your terminal right away. So shoot us a live chat or an email to support@terminal.com. Let us know your order number and we'll take care of you. So until then, see you next time. Hope this is helpful. Ciao.